you all right? Say something, please.
Demon, die demon, wow. Okay. Xiaowen?
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. They carried you in this morning. I didn't even realize you'd been gone all night. I've heard about apprentices who never come back from harrowings. Is it really that dangerous? What was it like?
It's terrible. I don't know, I kind of feel this one's the best. Friends, but don't ask me this, you know I can't tell you.
So much for friendship. I'll leave you alone then. And now you get to move to the nice mage's quarters upstairs. I'm stuck here and I don't know when they'll call me for my harrowing.
They'll summon you to the test when you're ready.
I've been here longer than you have. Sometimes I think they just don't want to test me.
Doesn't everyone go through a harrowing?
The Tranquil never go through a harrowing. You do the harrowing, the Rite of Tranquility, or you die. That's what happens.
Okay, we already have asked about what that is, so... You know, I still think it's the best option to ask about it, though.
You've seen the Tranquil around the tower, like Owain who runs the stockroom. He's so cold. No, not even cold. There's just nothing in him. It's like he's dead but still walking. His voice, his eyes are lifeless.
Basically doing it, you're completely stripped of emotion. What did they do to him?
He's been made tranquil. I don't know how they do it exactly, but you're cut off from the Fade. It takes away your magic abilities, along with your dreams and emotions.
No emotions? How's that possible?
The Fade is the dream realm. Maybe it's a side effect of being cut off from the Fade. No dreams, no emotions? Apprentices can ask to be made tranquil if they fear the harrowing, but the Circle also forces tranquility on those they feel are weak. And sometimes they force it upon apprentices they think might be too dangerous as mages. I shouldn't waste your time with this. I was supposed to tell you to see Irving as soon as you woke up.
Where is he?
He said he'd be in his study upstairs. You'd better not keep him waiting. We can speak later.
Did you hear anything? Is he all right? Is he awake?
Why do you care? Are you best friends now?
I'm just curious. That Templar, Cullen, said it was the quickest, cleanest harrowing he'd ever seen. He must be so talented.
Someone sounds jealous.
I just know I'll be terrified when my time comes. Like Wendell was. He'd throw up every day for the next week just thinking about it.
Alright, so apparently I'm the record holder now. They don't have anything to say to me, though. Crafting lyrium
The Circle
potions.
is so much nicer than the alienage, isn't it?
I'd say, you know, between the impression of how it goes there. In its own way, yes. But mages themselves still are not treated the best. Put staff on.
Hello there.
Oh yeah, we did get a level. Need level 3 for that. Cone of lightning damaging all targets in the area. 40, cooldown 15. Sure.
I swear it's like the walls have eyes. Shh.
Congratulations on the harrowing.
Thank you. This one's named.
Yes, is there something you need?
Can I leave the tower?
No, you may not. I'm surprised you ask. I would have thought you'd be used to this idea by now.
Why can't I leave?
Only mages on official circle business are allowed to leave the tower, and the first enchanter has not informed us of any mages leaving the tower today.
It's a big door.
Yes, it is. Do you need something, or are you just here to state the obvious?
Can you open the door?
The Knight Commander would have my head if I did that. Besides, I hear it takes no less than 4 grown men to open this door.
It's definitely something. They definitely do not want to allow mages to leave here. So it's kind of a prison with a nicer name for mages. Is this the only way out of the tower?
The only safe one, as far as I know. There are windows on the higher levels, but surely you don't need me to warn you of the dangers of leaping from them. It never ends well.
So some have done it.
For Eldon, it's not very interesting. Mostly farms, the occasional river. Make a smile
All right.
fortune on you.
Should be the door into the same room I
shall
was
be
just
done.
in. So see what's in this room.
Did you hear? Hear what? I heard they suspect someone of dabbling in blood magic.
Why would anyone do something so stupid? That's a death sentence.
That's what I hear anyway.
Alright, so we just learned a bit about blood magic.
It's nice to see you still alive.
And anyone caught using it is instantly killed,
Did you hear
apparently.
about the apprentice who disappeared last week?
I did now. A little bit of money.
Very well.
Staff I have on. I want to say this is locked. Oh. Apparently I'm wrong. Okay, it's right here, it's locked. And not possible to pick, even.
Must control the fire with your will. Keep the flames steady. We don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries.
Injuries? But...
Steady. It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will... No. Breathe. You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
Guy might be a
Was the
lost
harrowing
cause.
scary? It must have been.
Why else would they call it that?
Good day to you.
This is hard.
Well, I could say something, but in all fairness, it's not like I've gone into fire magic. To be fair.
Magic must serve man, and not rule over him.
Gonna hear that quite a lot.
And what do you think that means? Can anyone tell me? Only boys can do magic.
Hey!
No, that's not what it means.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic to force people to do what we want.
That's right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us.
I perfected my ice spells yesterday.
Good job.
I like ponies.
Kids.
I'm going to be a powerful mage when I grow up.
Boys are better at magic than girls.
Aren't the children just precious?
Sure thing. Book up here.
As you say.
Codex on the Fade.
Concentrate. Hold the shield. If you put all my power behind that spell, you would have been obliterated. I am not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited. Should you face a demon with your will wavering so, it would consume you. Is that what you want? No? Then stand firm and know you can resist whatever I throw at you. Again.
I was about to say nothing to say after that one, though.
I'm terrible at spells. You're lucky you're so talented. It's nice to see you still alive.
Yeah, that's always
I heard
nice.
Irving wants to see you.
I shall do it.
Mana and the use of magic codex.
Jowan's been acting weird all day. Have you seen him?
Yep. Ran into him and woke up. Yeah, there's the Tranquil we heard about. Well, and others, apparently. Just go talk to him.
Welcome to the Circle's stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Are you really a Tranquil mage?
I voluntarily submitted to the rite of tranquility. I was unwilling to undergo the harrowing. I find this state agreeable.
What is it like not having emotions?
I see the world with clarity. I remember the days when my mind was filled with inconvenient and seething emotions. Now things are simple.
That'd be terrible. What happened in the Rite of Tranquility?
I was ordered to never speak of it. I cannot go against the Circle's wishes.
What was becoming Tranquil like?
It is difficult to describe. I would perhaps compare it to being plunged into a pool of ice-cold water.
And now you are no longer a person.
My body is similar in form to yours, possessing an equal number of limbs, appendages, and internal organs. I perform the same physical functions. My mind is capable of higher thought processes. Am I to be denied personhood because I do not feel as you do?
But a person has emotions, you don't.
People feel things to different degrees. One individual may be more empathetic than the next. Some are quick to anger, while others are not. Yet you would not single one out and accuse him of not being a person. My capacity to feel differs from yours, but you also differ from all other beings. You are no more a person than others, and I am no less a person than you are.
Silence, you're confusing me. But emotions are essential.
I propose we agree to disagree. Personhood is not measurable. Therefore, we should let this rest. Very well. Goodbye.
Today I shall be making more potions to send to the mages at Ostagar.
Right there, we're hearing about Ostagar some more.
Good day to you.
Good day.
Let's go ahead and take this side. I want to say it just circle all around. Yeah. Here just for ease. Take this side. Okay, it is blocked off here.
Oh, hello. I don't believe we've met. Are you new to the Circle?
I'm a newly harrowed mage, but I've lived here all my life.
I'm sorry. There are so many of you, and I get confused. Not to mention, these old eyes are starting to go.
Oh. Maybe someone can help you fix them.
You're too kind. I'm old and about to fall apart. Nothing in the world can fix that.
Magic could.
Not any magic I'd be caught doing. Anyway, did you need something?
Just wanted to talk.
I'm not good at talking. Too much chatter makes my head throb. Don't you have lessons to get to? Shoo!
Alright, well, good talk.
Owain is in charge of the stockroom.
See if I can talk to him again.
Ah, it's you again. Or at least, I think it is. You all look the same to me.
Care to chat?
I'm not good.
No, just repeats it. Schools of
Shall be
Magic.
done.
A section of books appears to be missing.
As you say.
Creation magic. Bunch of codex here. Makes sense though.
Do you need something? If not, step back. You're in my light.
I just wanted to greet another of my kind.
Are you surprised? We are probably more attuned to magic than humans are. Or at least our ancestors must have been. With most of our history lost, I suppose I'll never really know. Maybe the Dalish elves would, but I've never met one.
Let's continue off what he said. Dalish elf?
They live in the wilderness, traveling where they will. I've heard they keep the old beliefs alive.
I wish I knew the old language.
As do I. Perhaps one day I will have the chance to learn it. Are you from an alienage? I'm from a farm outside High Ever. My mother worked as the cook's assistant there.
So, if you're the elf here, you come from the alienage in Denerim. Or, so you can actually choose here. Let's just go with, I can't quite remember where I was from.
They must have taken you away when you were very young. I suppose it doesn't matter where we're from, does it? We're in the circle now.
Reviled as mages as well.
I am satisfied knowing the humans who look down upon me will fear me instead. But I should get back to my books.
I guess that is one way to look at it, being an elf especially. Thank you for talking with me.
Good day.
Not likely. The Chantry would do something before it came to that.
Will they? They haven't done anything, and I've heard that the Equitarians are starting to soften a little on the Libertarian position.
Sympathy for the position isn't the same as support. Yet. As far as I know, most Equitarians prefer to remain allied with the Loyalists. You can see why, don't you? Just think of what the Chantry would do if suddenly the Circles were petitioning for more independence, or even a split.
Won't be pretty.
Ah, those short-sighted Libertarians. They'll get their way and take us all down with them.
Lots of listening to conversation in this one.
Owain is in charge of the stockroom.
Spirit magic?
I think someone's here to speak to you, Senior Torren.
1 second. History of the Circle. Magic. Let's start it off talking to him instead.
Hello, were you looking for something?
What were you talking to the other mage about?
Oh, the fraternities. Groups of mages with a common agenda. I think we should all be isolationists. Stay in some remote mountain town far away from the mundanes who hate us.
Run away, they'll never fear not to. They'll never learn to not to fear us. Go ahead and take that direction.
They'll never learn that. They don't want to. I'd go hide alone in the wilds if I could. But you know they just brand me an apostate and hunt me down. There is no leaving the Circle. It's till death do us part. Romantic, isn't it?
Apostate?
If you leave the Circle, you become an apostate. And the punishment for leaving is death. Pretty grim, huh?
Well deserved, jeez. There must be mages who aren't part of the Circle.
I've heard of hedge witches who've managed to survive on their own, eluding the Circle for a lifetime. But if the Templars discover them, well, you know what happens. Then there are stories about the Dalish elf clans having great magic. But who knows what's truth and what's fiction when it comes to the Dalish?
Who are you?
I'm Njal, a mage just like you. I've seen you around, haven't I? I must have.
No reason to ask that again, so I guess
All
we're
right.
done.
Have a good day.
Let's go ahead and talk to this dude.
Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work.
Well, since we already know what they were talking about, let's just go straight to it. Tell me about the fraternities.
They're found in all circles throughout Thedas. Groups of enchanters who hold similar viewpoints, who band together to make their voices heard. The most influential fraternity are the Equitarians. They are moderates and believe in a code of conduct that all mages should adhere to. Then there are the Chantry apologists, the Loyalists. The Chantry says something and they follow it to the letter. The Lucrosians just want to make money, and the Isolationists would like us all to be hermits and live on an island. Then, of course, there are the Libertarians. They want more power for the Circle, more autonomy.
Okay, so which do you belong to?
Well, if I had to, I'd say I was an Equitarian, but I ducked out of the fray a long time ago. Most of the senior enchanters are Equitarians. Irving, Wynne, Sweeney. Ulrid's a Libertarian, and a loud one at that. Mages have enough opposition from the outside without tearing our circles apart with infighting. But what can you do?
Giving up doesn't help anyone.
An idealist, I see. Well, if you're going to change the world, you should get started immediately. Lots of world to cover.
Smart ass, I see.
Oh, excuse me.
What's going on with his head? Jeez.
I'm sorry, I'm terribly busy right now. I have to prepare the room before the Grey Warden is done at his meeting with Irving.
I wonder who this Grey Warden could be. There's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, Duncan his name is. He must be here to talk to Irving about something important. You know, I almost became a Grey Warden once.
Come out, you're lying. Really?
There were several of us chosen, though the Grey Wardens only wanted one recruit. They only ever have one mage, you see. I think they thought I was the best candidate, but I was young and foolish, and I said I wasn't interested. They picked someone else instead, and that was that. I've regretted it ever since. Oh well, I should get back to my work.
Not sure if I actually believe him. Doesn't seem really high up in the tower, position-wise, if he was an option. If it was one of like the senior enchanters, sure. Same one I'm using again.
Ah, there you are. You are to be moved out of the apprentices' dormitory, and these are to be your new quarters. The Tranquil will move your belongings this afternoon. Go on, make yourself comfortable.
I mean, this is quite bigger than that area downstairs where it's just beds all together.
I heard that you completed the harrowing in record time.
So I've been told.
Irving wants to see you. Get going.
Colin.
Greetings. I'm glad your harrowing went well.
Well, I wasn't planning on failing.
I have heard of failed harrowings. The consequences were not pleasant. Honestly, I've never seen an abomination, or been called on to slay one.
So you don't know what an abomination looks like?
As I said, I've never seen one, but when someone becomes an abomination, something must happen. But what if it's not obvious? Could abominations be walking among us right now?
Oh, great. I'm sure there are no abominations here.
This is still new to me. Maybe one day I'll be as dedicated and driven as Knight Commander Gregor.
He is a very dedicated man, yes.
You must be busy. Perhaps we can talk another time.
That's an odd direction for the conversation to go after that.
It shall be done. Very well.
Cardinal rules of magic.
Did you see that Grey Warden? I hear he's trying to recruit a mage for his order.
I hear Irving's very proud of you.
Yeah, I'll take all that.
I'd avoid Leora if I were you. She's been rather testy lately.
Why?
Who knows? I'm not going to ask her why she's irritable. Women hate those kind of questions.
Maybe it's the way you choose to word those questions.
Ah, this is infuriating. Another batch destroyed. Say, have you seen Owain? Is he in the stockroom?
Why would he be anywhere else? Yes, I just spoke to him.
Oh, excellent. He wasn't there last I looked. I hope he still has some cinnabar lying around. When I asked last week, he said he was running out. Don't you have something better to do?
Okay. Maleficarum.
Oh, it's you. I hear Irving's looking for you.
Storage room. I think this is where we came out before, yes. So let's keep moving. Rite of annulment.
It is begun.
Founding of the Chantry.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
Let's be respectful. I mean, it's kind of obvious what she's doing.
Blessed are the penitents who seek his return. Blessed is the prophetess, purified by flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition. So let it be. Oh, I didn't see you there. I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings me peace in troubled times.
Are you in trouble?
No, not really. It's just... I don't want to bore you with this.
It's alright, I want to know.
It gives me hope that one day the Maker will hear us. That maybe I'll be forgiven and my curse will be lifted.
Curse?
Magic. What else?
Which way do I want to go? Just... let's do it as a question form. You don't like having this power.
Magic causes such misery. It's dangerous and vile and wicked. The Chantry must protect the world from us. Being born with something so terrible must be a punishment. I wish I could be rid of it.
You could use your abilities to help people.
That doesn't take magic. If I could, I would dedicate my life to the Chantry, but they would never take me in. Perhaps this is just something I will have to suffer through. I should go. My mentor only allows a few minutes each day for religious contemplation.
So of course we're here right there that, you know, anyone with magic can't have a position in the Chantry. Blight. Maker. Actually, let's go to this one real quick.
As you say.
The Prophet Andraste. You'll definitely hear more about her as we go through the game.
I heard about your harrowing. Congratulations. Andraste must have smiled upon you.
As I was saying. Irving's... Yes, Irving's study.
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own? Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
Yes, as it just said there too, the Templars are actually part of the Chantry with, you know, the specific purpose of watching over the mages and killing them if need be, you know, all that stuff that we've been hearing about and what's going on here. What's going on?
Nothing concerning you at this moment. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is he.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, then, where was I? Oh, yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
Pleased to meet you.
You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the King's army at Ostagar.
Alright, at this point we wouldn't know who it is, but let's go ahead and ask the question. Who are we fighting?
The Darkspawn threat grows in the south. We need all the help we can get.
Darkspawn are a dwarven problem. What do you mean?
The power you mages wield is an asset to any army. Your spells are very effective against large groups of mindless Darkspawn. I fear if we don't drive them back, we may see another blight.
Duncan, you worry the poor lad with talk of blights and Darkspawn. This is a happy day for him.
We live in troubled times, my friend.
We should seize moments of levity, especially in troubled times. The harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the circle of magi.
My leash, you mean? Kind of gives you an idea what phylactery is, but I'll go ahead and ask it. My phylactery?
You may not remember, but blood was taken from you when you first came to us. This blood is preserved within a phylactery.
So they can be hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices.
Exactly as he said there.
The gift of magic is looked upon with suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the Circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them.
That's all I get. Okay, what happens now?
Patience, child. You have been through an ordeal. Let us not rush things. It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite. Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours.
Can I leave the tower?
Not yet. Remember, the tower's walls protect us as much as they protect others from us.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child?
Does Duncan not know where his quarters are? It'd be my pleasure.
The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
Alright, let's... Magic staff. Alright. 1 magic. Better than the spell power. There's no reason to switch to the mage robes. Our one we have on is way better. Oh, I forgot the ring. 1 more magic.
Don't dawdle.
Thank you for walking with me. I'm glad for the company.
Well, let's just move along. I wanted to talk to you a little more.
Yes? What about?
Why were Irvin and Gregor arguing about the war?
It is not my place to comment.
Please, I'd like to know.
Gregor serves the Chantry, and the relationship between the Chantry and mages has always been strained. You've realized by now that the Chantry merely tolerates magic? They watch only because they feel they must.
I don't see why the Chantry mages can't get along.
The Chantry believes that a mage should fear his power. It was the pride of mages, they say, that brought the Darkspawn upon us in the first place. Any mages who join the King's army can unleash their full power on the Darkspawn. In fact, I'm counting on it. Gregor may be afraid of what will happen. What if the mages decide they no longer want to be governed by the Chantry?
Okay, what do you think?
I believe we must defeat the Darkspawn, one way or another. My opinions end there.
Okay. Have there been many Darkspawn attacks?
A horde has formed within the Korcari Wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde.
Archdemon?
Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands, but archdemons are capable of rallying the Darkspawn, turning them into an unstoppable force. A horde of Darkspawn, a veritable army. It is dire news indeed. I fear this is what we will have to face.
I thought the Darkspawn were destroyed in the last Blight.
We can't seem to eradicate them completely. Somehow they always come back.
I heard about Darkspawn sightings, but an entire horde?
They usually move around in small groups, but there are always more of them, lurking underground, biding their time.
Yep, dwarfs seem to know as much. And the king is mustering an army to beat back this threat.
Yes, perhaps it will be enough if we play our cards right.
I suppose all we can do is hope.
Hope and pray, friend. Come, let us be on our way.
Alright, got a codex on Darkspawn. Blood magic, the forbidden school. Now, let's see, yeah. Lock an entry from the next
The
floor.
first enchanter said not to let anyone through this door, and I don't question my orders.
So yeah, even the first enchanter can actually have some power over ordering some of the Templars. Storm, I think it's this room right here. Yes, the guest quarters. Can we say more now?
Is there something else I can do for you?
Can you tell me more about Grey Wardens and Darkspawn?
Certainly. I am intimately familiar with these subjects after all.
Have there been many Darkspawn
A
attacks?
horde has formed within the Korcari Wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde.
I think, yeah, we heard this one.
A horde of darkspawn, a veritable army. It is They usually move around in small groups. We can't seem to eradicate. Yes.
Okay.
Is there something else I can do for you?
What's happening outside the tower?
I imagine you don't leave very often, do you?
Apprentices are not allowed to leave.
I am not a good source of news, I fear. I am preoccupied with the Darkspawn incursion.
How many mages have joined the King's army?
When the King sent out the call, the Circle of Ferelden sent only 7 mages to Ostagar. I asked King Kaelin's permission to come and seek a greater commitment from the Circle.
I think the answer to that one is any. I mean, it's a king. Let's just go with 7, it's quite a few.
I hope to place a mage or 2 within every contingent. I cannot do with just 7. Mages will make all the difference in this battle. The Darkspawn have their own magic, and our resources must exceed theirs.
Will you fight with the king?
Of course, but I am no mage. Mages heal. They can call fire and ice down upon the enemy, and so much more. I sometimes wonder if the Chantry's many laws regarding magic are necessary. Darkspawn are a greater threat than blood mages, even abominations. It takes decades for the world to recover from a blight. I wish the Chantry could see that. We must stop at nothing to defeat the Darkspawn. Listen to me. An old man's rantings can't be very interesting.
I don't know, I thought that was interesting for him to say. Especially being here. I learned much from what you said.
You are too kind.
Have you ever seen someone use blood magic?
Once, in my youth, just after I joined the Grey Wardens. I was traveling with my mentor. We encountered a group of Templars hunting a blood mage. They were quite far away, so I cannot be sure of what I saw. He forced some of the Templars to turn on their fellows. It was dreadful to behold. He would have escaped had he not overlooked one Templar who snuck up behind him and cleaved his head in 2.
I wish I had that power. Just go with... Actually, go this route. I'm sure he's just trying to survive.
It is something to consider, certainly.
Know anything about the Trinkle?
The mages whose connection to the Fade has been severed? Why do you ask?
I kind of like this one. I'm curious as to what a non-mage thinks of it.
It keeps them and those around them safe. Perhaps the sacrifice is worthwhile. I cannot say.
All right.
Do not let me keep you.
Okay. Oh, I was about to say, where the hell do we go now, but... Friends out here.
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done talking with Irving?
I think I am for now.
I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning?
Why are you whispering? It's very suspicious.
Shh! I just want to make sure we're not overheard. We should go somewhere else. I don't feel safe talking here.
You're starting to worry me.
I've been troubled. I'll explain. Come with me, please.